specific plays. This is what I want to talk about. What do you want to talk about? Oh, this is a funny random note. So we just build the show. That takes about, again, from about 9, you get through till about noon.
Okay.
Then, and at this time, like, Maddie, our producer's heading off, and JD's working on the rundown, and we're still working on formulating our thoughts, and hey, what if we did this, and whatever. We're just bouncing things around.
Okay.
Then we try and step away. I try personally, and most of the guys do. Like, we step away from it for a little bit, come back around, have lunch, come back around, 1, any last minute things. Okay, we're changing this. Couldn't find this B-roll. I don't know what you were talking about with this clip.
Mm-hmm.
Go into the studio, get makeup, go into the studio around 2:15, run any of the clips that we need to see, we think it would be beneficial to see. 3 o'clock, we're live online.
Mm-hmm.
The show's over in an eye at 4 o'clock. And then at 4 o'clock, and this is the part where it can start to take its toll on you when we get later in the season. It's like, as soon as you're done the show, boom, you're looking ahead to the next show.
Right.
So we're done, we post it, we get it up on iTunes and the blog. 4:30, we're starting another document saying, okay, what are we doing tomorrow? And we know we'll be talking about the games later that night, but there's obviously 43 minutes to fill in a show, so we're not going to talk about the games for 43 minutes. So is it going to be, are we taking questions? Are we doing crossfire? Are we doing any other funny segments? Whatever it is.
Right. Start
building the show. Hopefully sometimes that takes an hour, sometimes that takes 2 hours. Everyone goes home, talks to their wives, has dinner, and then really the show, and then the games start at, in the playoffs it's a bit better because they're a bit later, but in the regular season it's 7, and then we just start watching basketball. Everyone, of course, is at their own house and taking notes, and there's a lot of texting going on about, did you catch that? Hey, what about this idea?
Nice.
Watch games, go to bed, get up, and do it all over again.
So do you guys watch, the same games, or do you, assign each other games? Or just... to help, conversation, it's usually, let's pick a couple games to really focus in on. Right.
And I would say for the most part, we sort of do pick 2 or 3 games to sort of okay, let's make sure we try and watch those. Those are the big games.
Right.
Those might have the big talking points. But then from, regular season when there's 10 games on, inevitably, Melo's got 50 going.
Yeah.
Everyone sort of just jumps to that. So, yeah, we've done it so long now, too, it's you sort of get a feel for what you should be trying to watch. But, yeah, at the start of the night, we try and pick the game.
Cool. If you're going to go to the courts and play pickup and you're playing 2-on-2, who do you take as your teammate, Tass, Trey, or Lee?
Wow. Do I want the big man? Do I want Trey? Or do I want the sharpshooter and Lee? I want just the tenacity of Tass.
All good qualities.
That's tough. That is tough. We're playing 2-on-2? We're playing half court?
Yeah.
I'm taking Trey.
Taking Trey?
Yeah, I'm taking Trey. Trey is surprisingly, agile and has good conditioning for a big guy. So I wouldn't be too worried with the 5-on-5, but in a 2-on-2, I'm taking Trey, for sure.
Yeah, I could see you guys working the pick and roll a little bit.
Yeah, we do run that. We run that crazy.
So, what's one of your favorite moments on the Jones or the starters that you've had? One that really just sticks out, that was a special moment.
Wow. Well, some of the really, really fun things were we did a couple live shows for, a couple milestones we hit, and we hit the 500th episode when we were the Jones. And then when the lock-in hit, we took the show on the road and literally just did live podcasts with guests in front of, 9 different American cities and then back in Toronto. So we were, sort of became, a really the world's crappiest band, and we're touring around and actually doing sort of live shows. Those were surreal, really
cool.
fun. Some of them were amazing. There were others sort of fell flat on their face, and that was sort of the whole fun of it.
Yeah.
But yeah, and I'm just trying to think All-Star Weekend this year was really cool. Again, that was a sort of a live right there, a jam session. That stuff sort of sticks out because we get so used to doing sort of a similar show, and there's no way around it, to have sort of this is the block where we talk about the games, and then this is where we might do Crossfire, and like we've done that for a long time, so you sort of get into it becomes a habit, and it just sort of maybe it's not as I don't know, the spark isn't there sometimes, but the live shows are unreal. Like I love the live show formats that we've done, and we did a musical once and stuff like that. Like just anything where we try something different, I think would be the answer. I know that wasn't a great answer, but
no, that makes sense. I know exactly what you're talking about. On the Cavuto, we normally tape at 2:00 every day, but when the elections were going on, we were live every night at 8. I mean, anything can happen. It's on the fly. It's different. It's exciting.
No, it's absolutely. And I mean, I love that now. We even do the show live at 3 p.m. online.
Yeah.
It's like it's one take.
Yep.
And it's great. I mean, because we used to do it way back in the day, way back in the day, where we would be like, we'd film it and we'd be like, not great, let's do it again, and then it's never as good, and
right.
It's never as fun, and people start getting upset. So the live element is great. Like there's that buzz and that energy where you're just like, all right, here we go, hold on to your seat for the next hour, see how we do it.
That's fun. All right, last question before I let you go. Who do you think's going to win the NBA title this year?
I'm going Spurs this year.
I think I agree with you.
Yeah, I'm going San Antonio Spurs. Let's say we get a Spurs Heat rematch. I think that would be pretty awesome.
That'd be great.
And I think the Spurs. I mean, we've had a chance to talk to Matt Bonner. He's been a fan of the show for a long time. We've done stuff with him, and he came to Atlanta here when he was playing the Hawks, and we went out. Matt and I went out with him just for a drink and pizza or whatever the heck we had, chicken or something, and
cool.
it was just sort of he's such a fun guy, and he's so easygoing. Whenever I forget how, I don't know if I brought it up or however it came up, just so obviously Ray Allen 3 last year and them losing, it was crazy how quickly his mood changed to almost to anger, but anger in a sense they're just locked in. They're locked in to go erase what they probably thought, no doubt thought was another title.
Oh my God, it was theirs.
It would have been Matt first. And this is Matt. This is his bar. I'm not even really seeing minutes right now at all. So you can only imagine what the other guys are feeling
right.
here. So yeah, I'll go Spurs over Heat and hopefully a 7-game series.
Yeah, it'll be fun. It's going to be a good series. The Spurs, they're just so deep. I mean, they look like the perfect team this year. I think they're on a mission. I think you're 100% right. All right, Skeets. Well, I want to thank you for coming on. This was awesome. Everybody make sure to check Skeets out on Twitter. His handle is @JESkeets. Check him out on the Stars on NBA TV, iTunes. Just check out the blog on NBA.com. Thank you so much for coming on. Really appreciate it. This was great.
Take care. I appreciate you having me on.